Hello, 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 and welcome to this Final Boss Fight Pub Quiz. I'm going to start the lo-fi music. Welcome to the Pub Quiz. My name is John, and I am joined by Ben. Is over this way.
Hey, hello. Greetings, adventurers.
We have some knight says, finally, hey Ben. We have
Hi,
Rogue.
Good to be here.
And we are also joined by Jennifer.
Hi.
So energetic.
And
Spare.
and Jennifer's mum.
And the reason of despair.
The woman is a menace. Help me.
There is no help. I'm afraid there is no help.
Sounds my therapist.
More energy, Jennifer. More energy.
And we are here to do a pub quiz. We decided to start this way back in lockdown times to sort of keep the grey cells flowing. And we've just kept going with it because we enjoy it and we learn things.
It's fun.
And this time, Jeff can't scoop it at the last minute because he's not here.
As it swoops in at the last minute.
I have got 4 rounds of questions lined up for you guys tonight. I've got 1 round on Spider-Man, guest written by my brother. I have a round on televisual firsts.
Okay.
I have a round of general knowledge.
I'm gonna fail there.
And I have a round that we've all experienced this round. It is a round on the year 2021. Because it's
I wasn't paying attention.
it's January, so it's
Do I have to remember last year? It wasn't a good year.
We decided last year that I shouldn't do one for a 2020 roundup because there would be nothing to talk about. I did even try to find a good news of 2020 quiz of questions and things, and I could get like 4 questions. I was like, there's not enough.
Reality is, you're not going to have good news till 2023.
So there's a 2021 round. I did manage to find some things that weren't viruses going around last year. So, you know.
And that's good. At least there's something else on topic.
This also could be the highest scoring pub quiz we've ever had. Possibly. Brace yourselves. My brother wrote one of the rounds. He put in some questions where there's more than one answer.
Ooh.
So there's some
nice.
bonus points on offer.
Alright.
So the way that this works, for those of you who are doing this for the first time, which could be Rogue, and it could be soon Knight, what we do is we have 10 questions per round. I read out all of the questions, and you write down an answer on pen and paper, or on a computer screen or phone screen in front of you in some way. Write down your answers. We ask that you do not share answers in the chat until we are marking the answers. I ask this, ignore anyone else who asks this.
Oh, please, just don't worry about it. Put your answers in. We'll absolutely.
What we're saying is ignore Ben.
Yeah. I want to win this time.
Once we've done the 10 questions for the round, we'll go back through and get answers. We'll mark them. We'll give you all scores, and we will see who knows the most about things. You are not meant to listen to Ben, Soon Knight. You can listen to Ben on Ben's streams, but not on mine.
How do things about, the stars and stuff. That's the only one I did my very, very best on, and that was 9 out of 10 I got for that round. I was chuffed to bits because I was the only one who knew the answer to most.
Why not?
I'm sure there's more stars and I'm sure there's more stars and things we can do a round of in the future.
I felt really cocky after that round, but I still lost the bloody quiz. Bit laughing, Ben.
I feel like I've slightly
I've done
warmed up
much
for
better.
this. I feel like I warmed up for this because I had a quiz on Wednesday and got second.
No. We all of a sudden we have found Jeff the Second. We must defeat Jeff the Second.
Right.
I
Without
reserve my evil cackling for later.
Without further ado, let us get on with round 1. And round 1, as has previously been warned, was guest written by my brother and focuses on Spider-Man. Or Spidey.
Spider-Man does whatever.
Question 1. What animal inspired the writing of Spider-Man? I love looking at the people answering this' faces as I ask questions and they go, wait.
That does feel too easy.
Yeah, that does feel like a trick question. But it also feels like it could be a trick question. Or a trick question.
What you've got to think, Rogue, is how many times would my brother pull a trick question?
And when it comes down to it, I mean, I remember the particular story on how Spidey was created.
Yes.
And there is technically maybe a way that you could take a look and say that it was inspired by something else.
See, I read a different story and it was a different character that inspired.
But we're not worrying about that character, we're worrying about Spider-Man.
No, it was
Just listen to J. Jonah J.
that inspired him to write Spider-Man.
Oh, I see. I get you.
Are you ready for question 2?
Not really.
I'm hoping so, but yeah. I mean, I'm taking a big hit that maybe I might have screwed this up entirely already.
Question 2. Name at least 3 people in the main 616 Marvel comic universe to use the name Spider-Man.
Oh, three people in the main universe?
Name at least 3 people in the main 616 Marvel comic universe to use the name Spider-Man. And actually, sod it. I'm going to throw out bonus points. If you get any more than 3, I'll give you a bonus point, because I have more than 3 listed.
Okay.
Name whoever has taken the name Spider-Man.
I have a list of people who have taken the name Spider-Man in the main Marvel Comics universe. Universe designated number 616. Which they never actually meant to do, they just came up with it at random.
When the whole theory came up, they're all like, oh shit, guess this particular universe has a number. Ugh. Oh, fuck, I only remember 2 off the top of my head.
I'm just listing every Spider-Man character that I know now. It's like, some of them will work. Like, it's the shotgun approach.
Oh, trust me, there's another question later on that's much more the shotgun approach. I'm going to give you a bit more time for this, because this is a longer question than most times we write things.
I've thrown in at least one utterly cannot be true answer, but I figured it was funny.
Okay. I'm hoping you've got at least 3 that are definitely have been called Spider-Man
I'm also going into the thing of.
I hope at the very
I'll
least you've got
explain later.
one. I hope at the very least you've managed to get one name down that's definitely been Spider-Man.
Are we going for their particular actual name in the comics, or are we going for what their alias is?
We are looking for the name that isn't Spider-Man. I don't want you to write down Spider-Man 3 times. The other name that they have that's not Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man.
Because I know it doesn't come up, let me just throw out that my favourite Spider-Man is probably Spider's Man. And I want to see him in the MCU at some point.
No.
It's one of those things where I want to see that with this whole everything which is going about, I want to see another recompense around the other end, bringing everything back and all this all happening, and yes, to see the more interesting characters, shall we say, or the different iterations of different variants. There are so many possibilities.
Oh, what's his real name?
Hi, I'm Ben.
No. If the character is also has another superhero alias, am I okay to use that?
Yes, if they've taken the name of Spider-Man at some point in the 616 Marvel Universe.
Cool. Mainly because I can't remember the real name of my last answer.
And also, the thing is a case of a couple of them is like, oh no, I don't know that name.
Okay.
Aha.
Question 3. In the comics, we're still in the comics at this point, how did Spider-Man briefly gain the power of organic webbing?
Oh, I feel like we're on advantage here because I think Drew has spoken to me about this recently.
Well, that is unfair on him to do that, because he would...
Yeah.
I guess he didn't know I would last minute call you into this. Oh dear, have you guys frozen?
I don't know whether I'm frozen or whether I just concentrating.
Oh, no, yeah, it just looks like you may have just been concentrating.
I'm back. I'm back. I definitely froze because I was bobbing my head back and forth. It took a while to get back.
Oh, yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I got Zerona.
Oh, right.
No, I smoke.
Oh, right.
So, to reiterate, in the comics, how did Spider-Man briefly gain organic webbing?
I think that's what it was called.
I can't remember the details, but I know the character that's involved. I can't remember what actually specifically happened.
And this is the thing, I don't remember the specific details, but I think I've put down enough details to gain an answer, hopefully.
We'll see how you do.
I'll throw it away now.
Question 4. In the 90s animated Spider-Man show, how many times does Spider-Man punch someone else?
Per episode or in total?
In the total run of the show, how many times?
Is this what Price is Right rules?
I'll go Price is Right rules with this. How many times does Spider-Man punch other characters in that series? In
just the original.
Just the 90s animated series that was on Fox Kids. Had the heavy metal theme tune opener. 1994 animated series. How many times does Spider-Man punch another character?
As a quick question, I imagine this is probably going to be something which people probably want to know. As in, suggested and cut away would be accepted, or would there be literally seeing fist to person? Or would they all be accepted there?
I will accept all. I think I'll accept all for that, but we'll see.
It's one of those things I have no idea, but I know that they're very particular about what could get on TV.
Sir Ben, getting right down to the nitty gritty here.
Always. Details are important.
When did you get your title?
Only when you're a neuro. I mean, details are important when you're a neuroscientist. I think after that, you know.
I think a rocket surgeon is also.
Yeah.
A rocket surgeon, it's also important to know the details.
Like taking the lens cap off where you shoot up the Hubble. Or,
yeah, that sort of thing.
Inches and centimeters aren't mixed up, and you know, if women had built that, trust me, inches and centimeters would not have got mixed up.
When it comes down to, I like the fact that when it comes down to any measurement is technically incorrect, because you'll always be able to find something which can do a better job at actually measuring it to a much finer detail. In which case, technically, every measurement is infinite.
Yeah, that's the coastline paradox.
Indeed.
Question
One of my
5.
favorite paradoxes.
Question 5, before we get into paradoxes. Although I am thinking of a quiz round coming up.
No.
Oh no.
We've all heard this phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. But what was the Japanese Spider-Man known for saying?
Oh no.
I'm afraid I don't know Japanese. I cannot possibly answer.
I have...
Ben, you literally took the words right out of my damn mouth.
I have the English translation, because I also do not speak Japanese. But the whenever the hell that series took place, 70s? One moment.
This is a sort of answer that, like, sort of question where I don't know what the answer is.
The worst
I'm
part is
gonna
I
put something
have
silly
watched
down.
some of those dubbed and come back over. I can't remember.
Like, I got asked the other night, like, what is the original name of a Snickers bar? I have no idea. I had no idea. I put Nuts Ahoy, which I think is a much better name than the original name of a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
It's not something like, you know, watch out for Godzilla or something.
Question 6.
I mean, I want to see that showdown. Spider-Man versus Godzilla.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley versus Godzilla was pretty cool.
I am not familiar with this.
Question
It's a
6.
comic, and it was. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
It was a comic in the early 90s, and it was supposed to advertise shoes, and it was specifically Godzilla comes to California, and everybody's freaking out, and they're like, how are we going to fight him? And this little kid ends up with a magic coin. It's like a magic silver dollar, and he's like, Charles Barkley, you have to fight Godzilla, and he gives the silver dollar to Charles Barkley, and it causes Charles Barkley to grow to be the same size as Godzilla, and they have a basketball match, and Barkley wins.
Yes, because that makes sense.
It is an actual comic.
Comics
I
are
want to see
weird.
these I want to see these basketball hoops, because they would be...
They ended up
No, regular basketball, tiny thing they're gonna do with their fingers.
They had to go to like a NASA launching platform, and they had to use the rig that holds the rocket, and they built the ring on that. For the basketball.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Question 6.
Okay.
Write
Please.
down the word Spider-Man. How do you correctly spell Spider-Man?
Evil. Evil this is.
I have removed the penalty my brother originally wanted from this, that if you spell it wrong, you lose a point. but if you spell it wrong, you don't gain a point. I did also have to be very careful to not put the word Spider-Man in the stream title for those of you that are watching the stream.
Oh, damn it.
That is why this is called the Spidey pub quiz. Or if you haven't refreshed since I changed the name, we're still playing Betrayal at House on the Hill from yesterday.
I find the worst part of this is I remember the great controversy which happened around it, into the point where they end up saying that different verses of Spider-Man use the different thing. Oh. Dang it.
See, this is where you just like change how you say Spider-Man with every single like time it's said in the song. Spider-Man,
Edie
Spiders
Bo,
Man,
Spidey Bo.
Edie Man.
That's pretty much how it would sound if we tried to do it. Spider-Man, Speedy Boo, Spideys and Spiders.
There's some songs, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Just a Minute on Radio 4, but they have to speak for a minute without repeating themselves, or deviating from a topic, or pausing for too long.
Oh god.
Oh, I've done that game. It's hard.
And I really want to give somebody like Ben who can sing songs to sing without repeating the words.
Oh.
You are going to give people ideas for TikToks. This is not a good. This is not a good starting line.
Surely the easy solution to that is you just sing Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm thinking things like I was listening to it on the run up to Krish. Oh, for feck's sake, why can't I speak tonight?
I see so
You
much
are
of
secretly
the
Dr.
water in your drink.
In the run up to Christmas, I was listening to Michael Bublé's "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas." It's just like it's starting to resemble the season of winter.
Please tell me we at least have some time to think about this before we do
In
it.
the general
12 months. Okay, question 7 for you. Who is the first supervillain that Spider-Man encounters?
Oh, which variation are we?
In the
still
comics.
616?
In the 616 comics, who is the first supervillain that Spider-Man encounters?
I think I know that one actually, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but
This is so like painfully Drew.
I mean, he wrote them.
I know.
He
It
tested.
like physically hurts.
I would like to point out that he has tested me on this round, and I scored 6 points. But I say I scored 6 points. He complains that I didn't get the question on how do you spell Spider-Man because he wouldn't let me just write that in.
Okay. Not entirely sure, but I'm going to take that as the very first one who was in it, and I can't even remember whether that was or wasn't.
Question 8. What does the J stand for in J. Jonah Jameson? Getting pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is that character male or female? Kind of helps those of us who don't know shit.
it's male. It's the guy who was the cigar chomper in the Tobey Maguire movies.
In the Tobey Maguire
Oh, that's
movies, it was played by J.K. Simmons, and then in the more recent Tom Holland movies, it's been played by J.K. Simmons.
Oh, so
Is the perfect chomper.
pictures are Spider-Man.
Because really, when you inhabit
at
a
the same
role...
Absolutely amazing guy, though, when you think about it as well. So going back to the Sam Raimi's, when it came down to, he could have sold out Peter Parker so easily. He was literally in the room when it came down to Who takes the pictures of Spider-Man? I don't know. They come in by post. Oh,
Yeah, they took the mail. That's one of those moments where it's like he is a dick, but he's not an evil person.
I love some of the stuff they've done in the comics with him being not a dick. Like, a lot of the time, he's a huge pain in Spider-Man's backside. But they've also done some things, like they did a flashback comic that showed JJ when he first hired Peter to take the pictures of Spider-Man. Robbie Robson says to him, like, why are you doing this? Like, these pictures are okay, but they're blurry, and we could probably get better ones if we sent out real photographers to do it. And J. Jonah Jameson's basically like, the kid needs a break. And he has a pic, like, it then cuts back to show him looking at a news report of Uncle Ben being murdered. And he's like, that kid needs a break.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
And it's like, that's why Spider-Man, that's why Peter Parker gets the job as the photographer in the comics. They've explained later, but
That's so wild. That's kind of cool, though.
It's why it makes me a little sad about like the J. Jonah Jameson in the MCU, because he is just unequivocally an asshole. Which is true, I think, in some of the newer comics, as he is also just that level of asshole. But it's just like, no one needs to be turned into Alex Jones. That's too far. Alex Jones is a comic book character. Like, no one needs to be that. Oof.
Question 9. And again, we're going to go with Price is Right rules on this one. According to Marvel, how many issues of The Amazing Spider-Man have there been to this date? Specifically the 15th of January 2022. How many issues of The Amazing Spider-Man have come out to this date? According to Marvel.
Oh, wow. I have no idea about that.
I throw dart, I miss.
So once again, we're going Price is Right rules. Whoever is closest without going over will get a point for how many issues.
Go for whoever's closest.
If you all go over, maybe.
Okay.
This also doesn't mean you should guess one. There has definitely been more than one.
Who?
It's just like, there's been like 3 comics, they were a really good run, people really enjoyed the character, and it's just... Oh.
But what they did is, you see, they then changed it, so there were only 3, and then they changed it to Amazing Spider-Man, with the different spelling.
Oh, yeah.
Question 10. And this is a shotgun answer. This is throw it at the wall and see what happens answer here for you. There's a lot of points on offer here. How many people can you name that have either kissed Spider-Man or gone on a date with him? I have a list. I will check it several times. I will give you a long time to answer this one, because there are a lot of answers to how many people can you name who have kissed or gone on a date with Spider-Man.
Are we talking romantic kisses or platonic kisses?
I questioned that. I have been told it's romantic kisses.
Okay. So I was going to put Aunt May, and then my brain was all like, hold on.
That's a very fair point.
I did also, when I was being given this as a test run, answer Aunt May and was told, no, that's a different type of kiss.
Yeah, that was tongues.
Oh, no.
So,
oh, boy.
How many people can you name who have kissed Spider-Man or gone on a date with... Depending, they may not know he was Spider-Man, but How many people have gone on a date with Peter Parker or Spider-Man?
Oh, let's see. No, that's just my fan fiction.
It needs to be in comics, I'm afraid. There's a big enough list from the comics.
Found.
Well, he's the sort of person who could take you straight to the top of the Empire State Building in a swing, so I can imagine it's probably a bit easy in that remark.
But if some random guy picked me up and carried me to the top of one of the tallest buildings in New York, I'd probably punch him. Like,
And then promptly fall off yourself, eh?
You know, he's got spider senses.
Yeah, but this is why movies are fun.
see, he's too busy thinking he's being romantic to notice that I'm gonna punch him instead of kiss him.
I mean, that has worked before.
As the great Florence and the Machine has stated, a kiss with a fist is better than none.
Oh yeah. Such a good band.
I have one which I will argue to the ground here.
That would make the number of people that have kissed Spider-Man much longer, though.
I mean, Ben, you say there's one that you'll argue to the ground. You don't know that it's not on the list.
That's true. That is very true. Let's see.
If it's on the list, there's no argument. I'm not going to put in the work to investigate anybody else you say may have kissed him.
But why, John?
I'm going by the heavily investigated list that my brother has given me of a number of characters that I will tell you when we're doing the answers.
I love the way you make it sound like he's always got a wall of pictures of every Spider-Man.
For all I know, he does.
I mean,
you heard it here first, guys.
There is a corkboard that is always suspiciously the wrong way round when I go round to visit.
I just like the idea that whenever Rogue goes to visit, there's like the corkboard of wedding planning and then the corkboard of Spider-Man romance.
I mean,
and
you're giving him
too much
credit
white
than one for
string
planning.
attaching both of them.
I would genuinely not be surprised if Drew turns up to his wedding in the Spider-Man suit.
I mean,
we need to commission a special groom's Spider-Man suit now.
Is that before or after his wife murders him?
Oh, she's not allowed to see him until he starts walking down the aisle.
That depends on which day are we talking here.
Oh, good point.
Because you know, if he shows up to the first one in the Spider-Man suit, she won't be his wife yet, so she can murder him before that happens.
And the second time, Ben makes herself free because it's only until death make you part.
It should be after they've lifted their vows, because that's when the insurance kicks in, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, also at that point, she just becomes Natasha Romanoff.
Oh, who else is there? Brain has gone onto spider romancing wall now. I need to get back to thinking.
If he gets to go in...
Wait, I like how it's a spider romancing wall, not a Spider-Man romancing wall. Ben, what are you planning to do? Have you got are you dating a Black Widow on Valentine's? Is this
I am
plan?
finding whichever one will turn me into Spider-Man. It's a very painful process.
That's how it works with frogs. It's the frogs that are magic, not the spiders.
Oh, that might explain it.
If he gets to wear the Spider-Man suit, can I get one to be the groomsman in?
I think you should be Venom.
Oh, a Venom suit. Like the... Ooh.
Only you have to
And if
only
you
you
get-
have tongue, and then the bride might run off with you.
And then you get the frightful ex who was never invited, Shakanimir's Carnage.
If you had the Venom suit, the tongue would be the tie.
Tied right out of the mouth.
Nope.
Single
Nope.
down, wrap around.
Just a line of teeth around the collar line.
This
I just imagine you, so...
Nope.
Can you bring forward Doreen? Uh-huh. I did it. Oh, you're waiting.
How much of this do I need to drink to forget this conversation?
More
A
than is
lot
there.
more than you've got.
Okay,
We've already gone over how much meat I have in this house.
is
A lot
everybody
more than you've
satisfied with the answers that they have written down?
No,
No,
but
but, you
okay.
know.
I don't have any other ideas, so
Okay. Rogue,
oh no.
what animal inspired Spider-Man?
I'm gonna assume a spider.
Ben, what animal inspired Spider-Man?
As far as I remember, the story was that he saw it was either a fly or a bird, so I put down bird, and then thought that flying was such a overused and not that good ability before he saw the spider and thought it was much better. So bird.
I am gonna say I'm gonna stop there and not ask Jennifer and Ruth. The correct answer is a fly.
Dang it.
Stanley saw a fly on the wall of his office and decided to make
Only
Spider-Man.
reason I said bird was because you said animal. And
He
it's just
wanted-
like, it's an insect an animal.
He
Yes.
wanted to
Yeah.
make
Part of the animal kingdom.
a character based on a fly and it be something that was abhorrent to normal human standards, and went with fly. That doesn't really work. That could just be somebody who flies, and sort of ran down a list of insects and got to Spider-Man, which isn't really an insect, and went, yeah, that works. Let's
Yep.
make Spider-Man.
And that's irritated me because I knew it was a flying thing. I thought, no, animal can't be an insect. It's got to be the bird out the window.
Wait, so the plan was to create a superhero that was abhorrent, and the conclusion, the end result was your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, one of the most wholesome characters
This is
in
a
all of fiction.
This is a thing that Stanley apparently decided to do a lot of the time, was make characters that would initially be very against the times and make them lovable or nice. Because he did the same thing when he invented Tony Stark. In the 60s, when the hippie movement was a big thing, he took this millionaire industrialist warmonger, weapons manufacturer, and turned him into the superhero.
I also like that when it came down to the whole concept of behind the scenes as well. He wanted to give Spider-Man the worst time, effectively. Literally taking everything away where most of the heroes usually have quite a suave background character. He wanted a lot more grounded and realistic. And so decided just to carry on throwing tribulation. It was just him overcoming them all the time. And the publishers hated it.
Okay, we're going to go through the question 2. I'm going to ask each of you for one name off of the list, and we'll see if you've got names that are Spider-Man. Ben.
Miles Morales.
Correct. Jennifer, give me a name of a Spider-Man.
Ben Riley.
Correct. Ruth, can you name a Spider-Man?
Peter Parker.
Correct.
You're not
What was the
wrong.
one?
Peter Parker.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, for some reason I heard Arthur. I was like, who on earth was Arthur?
Just continue without me.
Rogue. Can you name anyone who's not been named yet?
I mean, I was going to be a real pedant to go with Peter B. Parker, because they are canonically two different characters.
Not in the main 616 universe, though.
Technically, I will place an argument that I think he did come into the 616 universe in one of these
But,
multiversals.
Oh no, the original one I was going to go for was Mary Jane Watson.
No. Hasn't been Spider-Man.
Wasn't Doc Ock Spider-Man for a while?
Ben.
Yep. Yep, Otto Octavius.
Otto Octavius is on the list.
Yes, that means I got 3.
Jennifer, do you have any other names?
No, Peter Parker, Ben Reilly, and Doc Ock were my 3, so...
I mean, I have quite a few on this list, and some of them are just very silly.
Okay. Rogue, run. Ben, do you have other names as well?
I have other names as well.
Okay, Rogue, one more from your list.
I couldn't remember their actual name, but Deadpool?
No, as far as I can tell, he's never gone by the name Spider-Man. He may have dressed up as Spider-Man. Ben.
Eddie Brock.
Again, I don't think he's actually gone by the name of Spider-Man.
He went around impersonating Spider-Man, literally claiming to be him. And committing crimes in order to try and get scoops for the, the Daily Bugle.
He tried to get scoops, but he doctored photos to do it.
Oh, right. That's the version in this one. Gotcha.
Rogue.
I don't think this is in the 616 universe, but I think that well, there's obviously a Gwen Stacy Spider-Man. I don't know if they were ever in the 616.
Spider-Gwen has not gone by the name Spider-Man. She was, for a long time, Spider-Gwen, and then realized having your real name in your secret identity is dumb, and went with Ghost Spider. Ben.
Mysterio.
Arguably, yes, he has dressed up as Spider-Man in the same way as I'm sure possibly other people on your list have.
Yep.
I will...
Wait a minute. If people dressing up counts, then surely Deadpool counts.
I'm not giving
It's
a
one of
point
those
for
things
that,
where-
but
Yeah.
he's not
They're
on
not
my
gonna make
list.
one.
But
Yeah, when it came down to it, it's a case of ending up thinking villains which would have taken over to pretend to be Spider-Man. I don't think whenever Deadpool actually took over him, he referred to himself as Spider-Pool.
I think possibly what's missing from my brother's question is, and acted as heroes.
Yes. That might make a difference.
Possibly.
I do have one more which would have acted like a hero.
Go ahead.
Flash Thompson. Because Flash Thompson became a hero in his own right and would possibly be able to pretend to be Spider-Man convincingly.
I don't know if he's dressed up in the 616 Marvel Universe as Spider... I know he idolizes Spider-Man.
It's one of those. I know that I couldn't remember if it's 616. I know that there was one verse where basically he became the new Venom.
He became Agent Venom.
Yeah. And for the sake of things, on that regard, when Spidey went out of action, he decided to take position. I can't remember if it's 616.
He is not on the list, but I...
Okay, I'm going to put that as a no. The other one which I had was Chameleon. But once again, that's a villain trying to besmirch names. So.
Yeah. Rogue, do you have any others who fit the bill?
I do, but some of this does get increasingly sillier. So I can't remember. Not sure which universe it was in, but there is a Ned that is roommates with Spider-Man at some point who I think does borrow the suit.
That's not 616.
Damn it. And now just for the rest of my silly answers: Clint Barton, Tony Stark, Stan Lee, and to be gratuitous to the writer of the quiz, Drew Go to Bed.
Actually, when it comes down to it, Stan Lee might have taken the place of Spider-Man at one point. Because he did like to sort of jump in. I can't remember if 616 where he would have done it, because there was somewhere they were a little looser.
He tended to more jump in person in the Fantastic Four.
Did, yeah.
More than Spider-Man.
I know that, but the amount of time it was 616 and Spider-Man would cross over with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I wasn't think sure. So.
And if it's not on the list, once again, that's what we're going by.
So the other three names that are on my list, Mac Gargan, who is traditionally known as the Scorpion or had been the Venom for a while when Norman Osborn made the Dark Avengers. He was Spider-Man.
Oh god, that reminds me of my favourite comic. where there's an Agent Venom from S.H.I.E.L.D. who just deals with poison, gets sent to go after Venom, who is the Scorpion Venom. And the whole thing is based around her not understanding that the Venom is called Venom. I just carries on thinking they just keep calling her for some reason. Sorry. Complete tangent. Had to say something.
Matty Franklin was also briefly impersonated Spider-Man using her spider-like powers.
Huh.
She was a Spider-Woman, but impersonated Spider-Man.
Makes sense.
At some point. And Apec the Decapitator went by the name Spider-Man, as he had 4 additional arms to have 8 arms and 8 limbs. Anyway, he was also an evil Spider-Man who went by the name of Spider-Man.
Oh, blimey.
Anyway, that's the list of Spider-Mans.
It's all beyond me. And they're long answers.
Jennifer,
Yeah?
in the comics, how did Spider-Man briefly gain organic webbing?
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm gonna go, Ruth, that's... You...
He ate organic spiders.
No. Rogue.
But it was a good answer.
So there was an incident with an insect queen character. I cannot remember her name. I cannot remember if they slept together, or he was bitten by or cocooned by them. But essentially, something happened with that character. He kind of went through a weird cocoon metamorphosis and developed the ability to not just get webbing from his wrists, but also from his ass.
So,
At least that's my understanding of it.
the villainess was known as the Queen. They snogged, is what I have written down here. And he was reborn with abilities including reading the minds of insects and organic webbing.
Dang it.
Around,
I'm going to take that point.
I think that's a point for Rogue. Ben, what did you
I
have
thought
down?
it was when I had it down that he got connected to the web of life through this incident.
At
I
around,
thought it was the web of life which gave him all the extra abilities.
at around the same time, he was beaten to death by a character called Morlan and connected with the Other, which was a giant spider totem that connected him to the web of life and gave him a bunch of other new abilities, including the ability to shoot stingers out of his wrists, enhanced his spider senses, and allowed him to better control his ability to stick with every single part of his body. But not organic webbing from that ability. He did lose a lot of those powers during the One More Day storyline, where he traded away his marriage to Mary Jane.
That's a stupid storyline, and the person who wrote it should be ashamed.
We'll start
The
with
whole story is
Yep.
dumb.
We'll start with Ruth for this one. Ruth, in the 90s animated Spider-Man cartoon series, how many times does Spider-Man punch someone?
0.
Correct.
Damn it.
Uh,
I knew it was going to be low. I didn't know it was going to be 0.
Fox Kids ruled that punching was too violent.
I know, but
And-
I thought they were the only. I could think of 2 instances. I couldn't remember whether it was from that one or not.
He would...
I mean, I do have zeros in my answer.
He'd either web up the regular goons and minions, or if it was a bigger villain, he would enter a sort of wrestling pose with them until he either won or lost. The show itself features a grand total of 3 punches. One of them is Wilson Fisk punching Daredevil. I don't know what the other 2 are.
I also have a 3 in my answer.
Rogue. We've all heard the phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. But what was the Japanese Spider-Man's catchphrase?
Webbing time?
Ben?
I have great strength and must use it responsibly.
Jennifer?
I have no idea.
Ruth?
May your webs only encase your enemies.
As about as good as he actually got away with, which was his catchphrase, I'm an emissary of hell!
Japan, we need
Yeah,
to
that's
talk
definitely
about
along the same lines.
So there's that.
Your friendly neighborhood emissary of hell.
Oh, he wasn't even neighborhood. He went all around the world. Surprisingly to Japan a lot.
He had a giant robot as well.
Yeah.
Because it was Japan.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it was Japan. What did you expect?
A giant robot. I got what I expected.
I did also love when they were trying to make Transformers. They literally made a comic series with Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, the Hulk, Iron Man, and there was one other, but basically made them transforming robots to fight with, because yes, they are going to need them.
Ben,
Yes.
lead us off with the spelling bee portion of tonight's pub quiz. How do you correctly spell Spider-Man?
The worst part is trying to desperately think of a poster, and I still couldn't quite get it in my head. Exactly. I'm put Spider hash man.
Hash.
Or dash.
Correct. If
I
you
knew
put
it.
if you put a
Yes.
hyphen in the middle, you get a point. The hyphen has a purpose, and that purpose is so that there is no confusion with Superman.
Ah.
First is so it's not confused with the earlier character before Spider-Man even appeared, called the Spider, who wore a black suit, and he was also a character within comics.
Know that.
I read Wikipedia this morning.
I mean, okay, but what?
And that's why I said I knew the character that Spider-Man was,
Modeled
kind of modeled after. But he also wanted, because there was this character called the Spider, and he was also, in the universe. They didn't want to have a confliction of the two, because he would be Spider without a dash man occasionally. So he wanted to make sure that there was a difference between the two. That's why
He said both of those things, apparently. He also has said sometimes that there was, there's Superman and Batman on the DC shelves, and he didn't want Spider-Man to be one word and there be the confusion.
I mean,
Well, if that's the part which is confusing them, I'm a bit worried. This Batman looks a bit odd and keeps shooting out white sticky stuff.
see, I hear the name The Spider as a character, and immediately I go to Spider Noir, and
Yeah, I know.
I want a Spider-Man comic that is actually just really grim Spider-Man hunting Nazis,
Yeah.
or just some sort of Cold War Spider-Man.
Jennifer, who is the first
Can you make
supervillain
that?
that Spider-Man encountered?
Was the first one the Jackal?
No.
Damn it! I thought it was. That's the oldest one I personally know of.
Ruth.
I'm useless at this. I put the Green Goblin, his best mate's dad.
Rogue.
The Vulture?
Ben.
I also put the Vulture.
It was the chameleon.
Oh,
Oh.
Ah,
I knew it was one of those old.
Who, Ben, to talk about your earlier point, who dressed up as Spider-Man and sowed mistrust, something that negatively affected Spider-Man's heroic careers for many years.
Yep.
The second villain he fought, and the first villain with superpowers, was Vulture.
Ah.
But in Amazing Spider-Man number 1, he fought the Chameleon. In Amazing Spider-Man number 2, he fought the Vulture.
Damn. So close. Off by one.
So many animal names.
They have done a storyline with that.
Chameleon, vulture, jackal. Spider-Man versus the zoo?
Jennifer.
Fuck you.
Ruth, what does the J stand for in J. Jonah Jameson?
J. J-A-Y.
No, Rogue.
James?
Ben?
John.
Correct. He is John Jonah Jameson. His father is also John Jameson, and his son is John Jameson.
I love my favorite part. There's a meme going around at the moment of Jojo Jameson.
No, that's a different franchise.
Okay, and closest without going over, Rogue, how many Amazing Spider-Man issues have been released to date?
750?
Ben?
I went 5,555 because I had no idea.
Jennifer?
400?
Jennifer's mum.
0.
Well, closest without going over is Rogue. On Wednesday this week, issue 886 of The Amazing Spider-Man was released.
I thought
I
it'd been going
wasn't
on a lot longer.
absurdly off!
Okay, I've got a long list here of people that Spider-Man has kissed. So we're going to do the same thing again and run down. You give me one answer at a time. I'll tell you if it's on my list or not.
Oh no.
Rogue.
We'll just check them off.
I mean, Gwen Stacy?
Okay, actually, yeah, we'll do it that way. This is going to be quicker.
Oh.
I will run down the list. You check them off if you've got them.
Okay.
Apparently, in vaguely chronological order, Betty Brant, Mary Jane Watson, Gwen Stacy,
Yep.
Yep.
Jean Grey,
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Sissy
Well, I mean,
Ironwood,
Who?
I reckon.
Sissy Ironwood,
Could they have like an alias name?
no, I don't believe they do. I looked it up last night to make sure. Possibly you may have her down as Priscilla Ironwood.
No.
But she was just a woman he dated at one point.
Huh.
College, I believe.
Felicia Hardy, or Black Cat.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
Dawn Star. Not a superhero called
Yep.
Dawn Star, to be clear. Just somebody called Dawn Star.
The location in Skyrim.
Kissed the entire town.
Deborah Whitman.
Romantically.
Nope.
Amy Powell.
Two.
Okay.
Me in there.
Shayna the She-Devil. Tandy Bowen, otherwise known as Dagger, of Cloak and fame.
I had no idea about that one.
Joy...
Joy Cough Cough.
Joy Mercado. Mattie Franklin, aka Spider-Woman, or Martha Franklin.
Yeah.
Bounty, the bounty hunter. Didn't really think far about her name. Sarah Rushman, or Marrow.
Oh, didn't expect that one.
Neither did I.
Jill
No idea who that
Stacy.
is.
Jill Stacy, aka Gwen's cousin, who came to town to
It's going to be Stacy's mum.
to investigate Gwen's
Stacey's
death.
mum. Ah,
Karen Earl, Turan, Adriana Sora, or the Queen, as we mentioned earlier, snogged and got organic webbing. Sarah,
I
sure
haven't
that one was
written that
romantic.
The funny thing is, I knew he'd kissed someone named the Queen, but I had no idea that had anything to do with the webbing.
Sarah Stacy, aka Gwen Stacy's cloned daughter with Norman Osborn.
I keep waiting for Gwen Stacy's mum just for the sake of Stacy's mum.
Yeah, I know.
No, fortunately, those are the only 3 Stacys he's managed to kiss.
Family though, wasn't he?
2 generations of Stacy, though.
Oh yeah.
He's got to really work harder to complete the set.
Mia Flores, Lily Hollister, Hebe, the Greek goddess,
Oh.
Michelle Gonzalez, Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel,
Yes.
Carly Cooper, Sarah Bailey, Silver Sable, Els Udonda,
As long as there's a list.
Anna Maria Marconi, Cindy Moon, aka Silk, aka the other person bitten by the same spider as him on the same day, who also got spider-like powers, but then spent 14 years being locked in a vault. And then when the two of them met, they got overtaken with spider lust.
I forgot that
Throw a
was a
spider
thing.
in front of it and it's fun.
Lian Tang, otherwise known as his driver when he had a business. Bobby Morse, aka Mockingbird. And J. Jonah Jameson,
I did not.
who Spider-Man kisses in the
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man Annual 8 in 1984 to annoy him.
Oh my
It's not a romantic kiss.
I mean, there are names that I'm surprised are not on that list.
I
I
could have sworn he kissed one of the female symbiotes, but I guess not.
To be
Yeah.
fair, the one which I'm placing in as an argument, as a debate, is Venom. Venom, who took it to be quite romantic, the entire collapse and connection with each other, and technically must be kissing, because their mouth is where their mouth is.
It's very intimate.
Ben Rogue, where's
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still actually shocked that Deadpool is not on that list.
I think
That
Deadpool
that
is
picture
quite
you've just
shocked
said
that he's
kind
not
of
on
feels
that
like-
list.
I want that picture you've just sent us. I want that to be retroactively made, but actually that was Deadpool who came in and did it.
So
Once again,
all
it's that whole
all
thing that it's not a romantic kiss; it's a forced kiss.
all of you have the kiss that Spider-Man did. I would argue that that's fairly romantic looking. There's a
And he did bring in flowers.
there's a
I'll give
pretty
you
deep
that.
dip there.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man,
He's
but it's
not
very easy to get a big dip of Spider-Man.
But he's not swept him off his feet. That's just poor show.
Uh,
Like you can attach those flowers to the wall.
okay, and I'm now going to say, Jennifer, how many points did you get?
12. That kissing round really helped.
Ruth,
Told you I didn't know this universe.
Ben,
11.
and Rogue.
Ben.
8.
I'm so
Okay.
happy I got 11 out of 10.
How did I get 12 missing half the answer. I answered 3 questions right.
I would like to point
Yes,
out.
but those questions you answered very right.
I'd like to point out that the total number of kisses there is 34 people. He has kissed
God
34
I'm
people.
surprised that Kitty Pryce isn't on there.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
But then again, that
She-Hulk.
might have been...
The other one I
Mind
had
you-
listed was She-Hulk. I would swear she grabbed him and kissed him once.
Was this due to just the main 616, or was this in all?
I think that this is main 616 Spider-Man Peter
So I was
Parker.
going to say, when it comes down to it, I know that there are somewhere Peter Parker has relations with Kitty Pryce. But, yeah, once again,
Maybe
I
the
mean,
She-Hulk
ultimately-
that I'm thinking about is a different universe then.
Maybe.
technically, if you're going along with the whole kissing side of things, especially going by the way that JJ1 has got through, technically Deadpool has done it as well.
I mean, I'll claim that point from allowed.
Deadpool, as far as I can tell, Deadpool and Spider-Man have hugged, but not kissed. In the comics.
They were very good friends.
Obviously, in
I do like.
in fan fictions and things, mostly written by Deadpool, they've gone very
I mean,
far.
I definitely have.
Technically, anything which is written by Deadpool is technically canon to a degree.
Okay.
I do have an answer that I'm genuinely shocked is not on there, and 2 fanfiction answers that I just love.
What were your
Like,
other answers?
So, to avoid the silly ones, I genuinely am shocked Elektra's not somehow on there, just because. Like, but the fanfiction answers are, of course, Eddie Brock and Peter Parker.
A bit of Pete on Pete action.
Okay.
Subscribe to my smutty Patreon for that fanfic.
And John awkwardly pushes us on. Okay, let's get away from that.
It is time for televisual firsts. So I found a number of things that I'm going to ask you about, a number of questions, 10 of them, about the first time certain things occurred on television.
Okay.
So, my first question for you all. Which American television program was the first to air with a content warning, and when was it broadcast?
Sesame Street.
Actually, I think I remember this one.
What was
I
the
think I remember why.
What was the first American television program to air with a content warning, and what was it? And when was it broadcast?
I have no idea.
I don't remember when, but I think I remember why.
Question 2. Who uttered the first hell on American television?
The devil.
Who uttered the first hell on American television?
Remember, if you have the answers in the comments, please put them. uh,
Question 3. Why were the Sex Pistols banned from live television in 1976? Why were the Sex Pistols banned from live television in 1976?
I literally have no idea this round.
This is a difficult round, but there's
I'm expecting Nipois for this one.
See, no, John, I need a round that I'm good at and that everyone else is bad at. Otherwise, I can't catch up.
You see, you should play this more often, and then you would have that. Like next time, it's going to be the life and times of Ben.
I'm just going to follow Ben around for a month.
And you'll still get most of the answers wrong.
How many times did Ben eat chewing gum?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Question 4. Which occurred first? A kiss between two females or between two males?
Ooh.
There you go, you got 50-50 on that one.
The odds are still not good enough. Let's see.
Which occurred on television the first? A kiss between two females or between two males?
Can I stipulate for just a point? Is it an
I don't know.
actual kiss or breath of life like kiss, which has been
An actual romantic kiss between two partners
Of the same.
of the same gender?
okay?
Paleo, but there you go, gender work.
I'll go with that answer and cringe until I find the real one.
Cool. Question 5. What shocking thing did Cagney and Lacey discuss in 1987? What shocking thing did Cagney and Lacey discuss in their program Cagney and Lacey in 1987?
OnlyFans.
Yes, they predicted the rise of the internet.
Only one part of the internet, John. Only one part.
One part of the internet that does rise a lot.
Oh. Everyone stand to attention. Anyway.
Question 6. What was the first advert on UK television for? What was the first advert on UK television for? I do have brand name, but I will accept product type.
Well, that answer was wrong. Okay.
I do also have the unique selling point of said product, but that's mostly just for fun.
The paper somewhere. You're actually, in part, this product. You are the result of a
He
mad
has
scientific
still been
experiment.
advertising it since it first came out.
Question 7. When was the first pregnancy shown on television?
Knowingly, I presume.
When was the first...
Can we get a price of right on that one?
I'll give you decade. If you can get decade,
Okay.
I'll give you that. It was a character on a television program who was, in the television program, pregnant. To clarify that even further, it was a fictional television program which featured a person whose character was pregnant.
It was a really odd episode of Mr. Rogers.
It lived up to the name.
Surely a fictional television program is a television program within the universe of a television program. Because, like, as much as a television program is a piece of fiction, it does actually exist.
It is a television program
technically that means
that is
every
fictional.
In that point, every fictional one would technically have pregnancy in it, just for the sake. Otherwise, there would be no people.
I'm more like what is it? That thing in the cartoon in The Simpsons.
Okay, it's not an Itchy and Scratchy program. It is a
Like
program.
Itchy and Scratchy is a fictional TV show because it's fiction within the TV show.
Was Itchy and Scratchy ever pregnant?
It was a television program that was fictional, not live television, not real life. It was a television program that was fictional that showed a character who wasn't a real person, but was played by someone who is real.
It was a puppet.
Who, in the
It was
context...
Big Bird!
Anyway,
Sesame Street! Elmo did it.
moving along.
My.
Piggy!
It was a very odd crossover.
Question 8. Question 8. The first death of a major character in a television program took place in 1956, as the Danny Thomas Show rebranded from the original show Make Room for Daddy. But why did Margaret, the character, have to die?
Because they wanted to make the new show.
Oh, I don't like my answer, but I have a worrying feeling it's true.
You might be correct. We shall see when we get to the answers round.
I mean, looking at my answers, I am still expecting nil pois. But,
Same.
you know, it's been fun.
This
I'm
one...
going to just start looking up the answers. I think it's going to be easier.
This particular round is definitely one of those ones that afterwards it's going to be very educational. You're going to go, I know those things now.
See, number 4 I thought was going to be a slightly different question because I know the answer to that one.
I needed to remember what question 4 was.
Was it men or women which snogged first, like?
That's not how I phrased it, but carry on.
It's how we remember it.
Question 9. Back in the year 1957, Leave It to Beaver became the first TV show to show which common household item?
Ooh.
And I know why, too. I read it this morning.
How? How did you do this twice? Twice this morning you spontaneously read the answer.
Yeah, I
John,
where I
how
looked
big
at-
was the bribe?
Google is available for pretty much
We
everybody.
know Google's available, but you don't know the answer. You don't know
Apparently,
the answer. What categories are we going to be talking about?
apparently not a big enough bribe for me to give all of the answers. So
Yeah, I know, right? 4 out of 10 on the last one, dude.
We're not saying it. Look, you bribed him. You didn't get the answers. You did the research into the areas which you thought you needed to look into. You just didn't know what to look into. We understand.
question 10.
Bigger bribe next time.
Question
The random
10.
button on Wikipedia and reading all the articles.
Both airing in 1973, an episode of MASH called The Sniper and a made-for-television play called Steam Bath were the first to break which taboo? An episode of MASH called The Sniper and made-for-television play called Steam Bath broke which taboo? They both aired in the year 1973. Concentration faces are back on now. Or Rogue's muted again. Am I muted? Oh. Discord, please. Please bear with me, as Discord has died.
John, no. I mean, once again, I can hear.
Hello.
We could hear John. Hello, John.
Hello.
Hello.
Discord decided to die
Ah.
for some reason. Did you hear all of question 10?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you ready for answers?
Yes.
No, they're terrible. I don't want them. They're disgusting. Look iffy.
Yes. Yes, we are. I
Okay.
just wanted to ask you.
Quickly.
Jennifer,
Yes.
which show had the first content warning?
Was it Star Trek?
It wasn't.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Ruth.
All I know, it was in around 1964, I believe, and it was a soap opera, and I can't remember the name of it.
Rogue.
I don't know what the show is. I'm gonna go something in the 1980s, and possibly because there was some naughty touching.
Ben.
I didn't know what year, but I figured it would be the news for the sake of those with a nervous disposition.
Ooh, that's a
So
good answer. I like that.
the answer that I found was the first show to feature a content warning was an episode of All in the Family,
Huh.
airing in 1971.
Oh, I was
Uh,
yeah.
which featured several of the first racial slurs to appear on TV.
Oh.
And the content warning
yay.
explained that it sought to throw a humorous spotlight on our frailties and prejudices and concerns by making them a source of laughter. We hope to show, in a mature fashion, just how absurd they are.
Oh dear.
Ralph made
Interesting.
the same thing when he turns all racial slurs in one of his shows into different kinds of biscuits. And it just shows how ridiculous it is that as a particular word, because words have power, but a particular word can be used as a slur or as an insult. And so he's like, even rednecks, after a while, they'll be calling, well, I can't do his whole spiel.
Probably not.
Referring to men of color and of a different descent as different kinds of really good tasting biscuits, and so it loses its power. The word loses its power, which I thought was very clever. I love Ralphie May. All the
Ruth.
people I knew are dead. Anyways, yes, go ahead.
Ruth, who uttered the first hell on American television?
I'm gonna say John Wayne.
No. Rogue.
I mean, I don't have anything written down, but I'm gonna go with Johnny Cash.
Ben.
I said Mr. Rogers, he had a really bad day that day.
Jennifer.
Clint Eastwood.
It was Captain James T. Kirk.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
In 1967, he said, "Let's get the hell out of here."
He did a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
God.
Reference, but I thought, no, John Wayne, he's yeah.
The,
Patrick did a lot of the things.
the network wanted to drop the line, but William Shatner and Gene Roddenberry went to the bat for it.
Yeah, 'cause-
hearing my stories about William Shatner, I can believe that.
The reason it was
Yeah, it
Star
was
Trek
his
for the
line.
first one was because Kirk was the first interracial kiss on TV, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, you stole my segue.
He actually...
Because that's...
I found out while researching this round that he got beat out for that by
Did
about
he
a
really?
decade. Somebody got there first. But he was one of the first interracial kisses.
I like the fact that he still claims it though.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't count the other one.
I mean, it's certainly the most prominent. And I do love the story behind how it got to screen.
Well, if you're gonna be known as the biggest man whore in the galaxy, you've got to claim that kind of.
This is why I love Robot Chicken, just sort of say, God damn it, Jim! You have no idea what nothing. Well, just give me an injection, I'll be fine. On to
Rogue.
the next planet.
Rogue, why were the Sex Pistols banned from live television in 1976?
Because they have the word sex in their name.
Ben.
I put it down that they wouldn't change their name.
Jennifer.
I had the same as Ben.
Ruth?
Yeah, same thing.
So we all thought the name was bad.
I mean, the name is arguably bad, but actually on the Today programme, they were asked by the presenter if they were serious about their music, and they in turn called him a dirty fucker.
Oh, wow.
Thereby
That's a damn
dropping the
good
first
reason.
F-bomb on television.
I mean, that'll get you banned.
Oh, yeah.
Ben?
Oh, that's a power move. I love it.
Ben, I can't quite remember how I'm meant to say this question now, but which occurred first, a kiss between two males or two females?
I put two females.
Jennifer.
Well, it must be two males if Ben was wrong, but I put two females.
Yeah. In American television, you would be correct, but we Brits, with EastEnders, got to the first male-on-male kiss in 1987.
Oh, wow.
My first point. Hooray!
Hey, since you didn't specify which country and I grew up in America, can I still get the point?
No.
That's bullshit. You
I'm
didn't
just like-
specify.
Because you didn't specify, can I just get the point anyway?
The reason I didn't specify was to call it globally, because I didn't specify earlier, and when I was running this test round past my mum, and she pointed out that she thought that EastEnders had broken the record.
How about interspatially? Maybe some alien TV which we haven't seen yet.
Jennifer?
And
Space Enders?
Jennifer, what shocking thing did Cagney and Lacey discuss in 1987?
Masturbation?
Ruth?
Periods.
Rogue?
AIDS?
I'm actually thinking now spousal abuse.
Ben?
racism?
I think Rogue might be the closest, but apparently they were the first show to discuss condoms and contraceptives.
Oh.
Can I have that point?
No.
Damn.
Ruth, what was the first advert on UK television for?
I think it's a watch. Or was for a watch.
Rogue.
Mortgages?
Ben.
I put cigarettes after you mentioned it was a product. Originally I put down the army, but cigarettes.
Jennifer.
TVs?
It was toothpaste.
Oh,
Oh.
that's nicer.
It was the first advert on the first night that ITV launched, because that was the first commercial television in the UK. And it was S.R. Gibbs Tingly Fresh toothpaste, a toothpaste that was good for your gums as well as your teeth.
And then it turned out to have lead in it, and it wasn't good for anybody.
So I noticed you said UK. When was the first advertisement in the US?
I don't know.
Hey.
Watch.
But I did specify UK television on that one.
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. I think mine might have been the American answer.
First American TV advert.
Oh, I'm gonna go with a pistol. Like specifically like a Colt revolver.
No. It'd at least be the nuke by then.
You are correct, Ruth. It was a watch. Unfortunately, I specified. The world's first television commercial aired on July the 1st, 1941, during a game between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. The ad was for Bulova Watches, a company still in operation, to at the very least last year. It lasted for 10 seconds.
And then the Super Bowl was invented.
A watch.
Buy a watch!
Watch the watch.
Rogue.
Watch the watch.
When was the first pregnancy shown on television?
1950s.
Correct.
Yes!
During I Love Lucy, correct?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
So it was in 1953 when I Love Lucy star Lucille Ball became pregnant in real life. It was written into the show rather than hide it.
Huh.
However, at the time, it was deemed that calling her pregnant, despite her having a husband in the show, it was deemed that calling her pregnant was too much for television audiences to cope with, and so she
up
was
the duff instead.
She was referred to as expecting.
Huh.
Tram
Interesting.
or a bus.
I wonder if that's the origin of people saying they're expecting.
Potentially. I mean, let's face it. Media does have quite the influence.
Ben.
Yes?
The first death of a major character in a long-running television program took place in 1956, as the Danny Thomas Show rebranded from Make Room for Daddy. But why did Margaret die?
Oh, damn. I have no idea, so I just went to war.
Interesting. No. Jennifer.
I put down that when they rebranded her contract, she never re-upped her contract.
Now.
I'll give you a point for that, but I'm going to keep asking as well. Ruth.
I said the actress actually died.
No. No, she survived. She continued to do other things.
I mean, they tried, but they couldn't.
Rogue.
The actress was considered too old for the part?
No. But Jennifer is going to get a point for that. I've also lost Ben's camera, apparently. Oh, no, there he is.
I noticed that.
There you are.
Hey,
You're
Where
back.
did I go? But my pretty face.
Basically, Jean Hagen, who was the actress, was dissatisfied with her character's direction and had frequent clashes with Danny Thomas, and wished to leave the show.
Did she just constantly ask for a gun?
Having the lead character divorce his wife was considered too much of a taboo topic. And so she just died off-screen between series.
Why do I just get an image of a case of just walking her outside, gunshot? Running. No! You wouldn't believe what just happened.
Yeah, because books didn't exist back then. No.
Who answered that one first? Where am I at? I've lost who needs to answer this next one first.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
I think it was Ben first last time.
Okay, Jennifer. In 1957, Leave It to Beaver became the first TV show to feature this common household item.
A toilet.
Correct.
Oh.
Do you know
Fair enough.
why?
I do have the reason, but go ahead.
The kid, alligator or crocodile, and they wanted to hide it, and they felt that that was the place that they ought to hide it from their families.
Yeah, the show had written in that the kids got a pet alligator and needed to hide it, and so therefore the toilet was essential to the scene and they couldn't have it cut out. The network agreed that they could show a toilet as long as no one actually did their business in it.
Okay.
Chronos down right now. Enough.
And
Go
Ruth,
to bed. Go to bed. Keep laying.
Ruth, once you stop telling Kronos off,
No, never.
uh,
Infanticide.
no,
Thought that was a good answer.
yeah, very much a
It
taboo
certainly would have been
topic.
if it was right.
Rogue,
Killing a woman on screen.
no. Ben,
I'd put down killing on screen as well.
Jennifer,
Kissing on screen.
no.
Oh, is it guns?
Is
No.
it going to involve anything to do with death?
No.
Is it to do with relations?
Very tangentially. It was the first time scripted nudity.
Ah.
Oh, I know you put down female toplessness.
So, in the episode of MASH, Radar drops his towel as he runs away from the sniper.
Ah.
And in Steam Bath, an actress and former showgirl, Valerie Perrine, would flash her breasts to the camera.
Ah.
So in the same year, it was male and female scripted nudity appeared for the first time. Before that, there had been people's costumes falling off. But it never had been on purpose. Ben has also redeemed a stretch.
Yep.
And also the music has decided to die now as well, so I'm just
We're
gonna
doing good.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna kill
dear.
that one off and open up this.
Well, let him do his business. He came
Oh
in
no,
and-
maybe not that either. Okay.
Blankets.
We're just going silent for the rest of the stream.
Ah. Listening to breathing. Wonderful.
I mean, unless Ben wants to do a ballad for us.
You say that, so
Listening to breathing. Ah.
Jennifer, how did you do that round?
Who?
Jennifer.
Oh, she's getting water. Hang on, and I'm serious. Yeah. She got 2 points that round, so she's 14 out of 20. Now,
Ruth.
hang on, I've got to look back. I got a lot. I got 3. I got 7 out of 20. I'm just kicking ass here.
Ben.
Ne point. Nothing.
Rogue.
Ooh.
Oh, it's close. Is Jennifer returned from getting water for us to start round next one?
Yeah, I also cleaned up the back of it.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Hang on, I've got to wait. It takes a few minutes because her boobs come ahead of her, and so
I'll smack you, bitch! Oh my god!
I don't know why that just immediately gave me the image of South Park when they were taking the Mickey out of the dog.
I don't know why. I feel like it's like I'm listening to a modern recreation of Golden Girls.
All our dogs.
I did
Come on, go.
You did what to your dogs?
I did see a thing in the week. I did see a thing in the week that pointed out that the new Sex and the City reboot, they're all a year older than the Golden Girls were at the start of the Golden Girls.
Oh my
good.
god.
So that's why Betty White died.
The amount of compilations I've seen from different shows that she was in.
Okay. We have
She gave no fuck.
we have general knowledge now.
No, we have John knowledge.
Yeah.
General knowledge.
I
No!
I assure you that
But that's why it's wrong every now and again.
this is very general knowledge. Question 1. Someone who does not say what they mean is said to be beating around the...
Oh, the temptation just to yell out random answers.
The eggplant. They're beating around the eggplant.
Beating around the door! The door!
Poor Bartholomew. They're beating around. Poor Bartholomew.
No, you're thinking about people who beat the eggplant. That's a whole different thing.
Beat the sausage! Beat the sausage! That's what they're doing.
Question 2. Question 2. Which London cathedral is the second largest church building in the UK behind Liverpool Cathedral?
Oh no, I can't remember which. I can't remember which saint. No.
Right, I'm gonna take
It's Saint Benny Ben Bob Bob.
I had a question about cathedrals years ago now, which I'm still annoyed about. Which is only related to this by virtue of the person who said I was wrong is engaged to John's brother. Oh no, now I'm doing it. And the question was, which saint is the cathedral in Moscow associated with?
I thought you were going to say which saint was marching in.
Like, it's not actually a quiz question, but I'm kind of curious to hear what people's answers are.
the Moscow Cathedral.
Yeah, the big one in Moscow, the one that everyone knows, with the olive things on top. No, onion domes. Sorry, not olive domes. Very different fruit, a vegetable. Ah, words.
Saint Stalin.
No,
Saint Lenin?
no, Saint Basil.
Huh.
Saint Basil Fall, Tim!
Damn it, you stole my joke.
No. Saint Basil is an Orthodox saint, and I think he was responsible for the conversion of Russia under Tsar Vladimir.
And
So like he's like he's basically the Saint Patrick of Russia.
He
Question
also beat snakes.
Question 3. Definitely Maybe, released in 1994, was the debut album of which British band?
Try that again.
Definitely Maybe, released in 1994, was the debut album of which British band?
Oh.
I think I know this one.
I wasn't alive at this point.
You weren't alive in 1994?
I heard 84.
I may have misspoken 84 on one of those repeats of that question, but it was 1994.
Okay, that changes my answer.
Definitely Maybe, released in 1994, was the debut album of which British band?
Fine.
Oh.
Also, Drew, if you're watching this, Mum got that question straight away, and we're shocked as much as she was.
Good old mum.
I have no idea, but still.
Question.
Hopefully.
I still call my mum. I don't know. She answers. Your
You
dad?
call your mum, you don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, if I don't know stuff, I call my mum.
Oh, I thought you were just saying that you didn't know your mum's name, so just call her, I don't know.
Who's on first?
No. I just say, what?
What? No. Yes, who's on first? What's on second? I don't know's on third.
Alright, let's get on with this, people.
Question
starting
4.
here.
Which US actor... Question 4. Which US actor delivered the line, "Made it, Ma, top of the world," in the 1949 film White Heat? and then exploded.
Fuck if I know.
Made it, Ma!
what's the
Top
name?
of the world. It's not an impression, really. That's just me saying the line again.
In a funny accent.
Don't do impressions. Do vaguely accents.
Nick, can you repeat the year, please?
1949.
1949. Oh boy.
1949 film White Heat.
I have a description
No.
rather than an answer.
So it wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic.
It was not.
Oh, I'm trying to remember any old actor.
Oh no, he's on the king of the world, wasn't he?
A while since I've seen that movie.
I gotta say, if Leonardo DiCaprio was acting in 1949, that man looks good.
I was gonna say, it's usually when I read to people.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Question 5. Notes on Nursing was an 1859 book by which English founder of modern nursing? Notes on Nursing was a 1859 book by which English founder of modern nursing?
If I get this wrong, I'm going to be very annoyed at what is a fantastic, like, carpet. Take the carpet out from under you answer. Sorry, take the carpet out from under you question.
Oh, I've got the lo-fi music is playing again now, so we got that going for us.
Let's see.
Feel the powers returning.
Question 6. What was the surname of brothers Grant and Phil in the TV soap opera EastEnders?
Oh, it had to be that, didn't it? Soap opera.
Oh,
I'm
John.
kind of annoyed that I don't know that because George used to watch it all the fucking time.
What was the surname of brothers Grant and Phil in the TV soap opera EastEnders?
Ipsy. No, that was one of the Teletubbies.
Phil Collins is the one with the tongue.
Oh, Phil Collins, that's the answer for number 4.
Wait, you mean Benedict Cumberbatch wasn't in 1949?
No, that's Benedict Cumberbatch.
I thought it was Robert Downey Jr.
Cambersnatch.
And he was and Robert Downey Jr. was around for the filming the Charlie Chaplins, so surely.
Yeah.
Question 7. Gigs, shades, and specs are all nicknames for which type of eyewear?
Say that again?
Shorts.
Gigs, shades, and specs are all nicknames for which type of eyewear? Gigs, shades, and specs.
If I get this wrong, I'm going to have serious questions.
To be fair, I'm now sort of debating. I'm sort of flicking between one and another, just for the sake that it's yes, but no.
Question 8. Which US actor played Dr. Raymond Stantz in Ghostbusters and Elwood Blues in The Blues Brothers?
Oh my god.
Oh. Ah, dang it. Why did it have to be names?
Because he's in fucking.
He was also
Okay,
in
that
Casper.
is
But-
that. I didn't realize that was a movie. Just fucking the movie.
No!
Yeah, you have to be
He's
very
the
careful on where you
mayor
search
in
for it.
This fucking movie.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah, that's the question.
Ben!
I'm still on fucking disambiguation as a Wikipedia article.
Anyone in the
Ben.
chat would like to put the answer in the...
Ben!
If anyone from outside the chat wants to DM it to me, that'd be appreciated too.
What was it say?
Oh god, the worst ones that came from Mad TV. I know what how about that. Oh.
Went through the alphabet until
That's wrong.
Why is there so much music and film questions? There are other things that exist.
Question 9.
The
Abe
music and
Simpson.
film.
Abe Simpson is the father of which well-known Simpsons character? Abe Simpson is the father of which well-known Simpsons character?
I might actually do decently this round.
Oh, I think. Is this
I
a trick
think
question?
because of my complaint last time, he's done general knowledge for dummies.
General knowledge light.
Yeah.
No, this isn't general knowledge light. This is general knowledge for like
It's a bit
not
like-
me.
Not quite as heavy.
And
Textbook light.
I'm gonna have to write one just for the sake. This is all due to the book which is written next door to me. All the answers are in here, and I won't tell you what book it is.
Question.
I just got a book called Kane's Jaw.
Jawbone.
Question
No.
10. Think Different was the 1997 to 2002 advertising slogan for which US tech company? Sorry, the Discord has died again, stream. I don't know if you're seeing this.
Two people have actually solved it.
3.
Three now.
4.
Hello.
You're talking about the girl who's pinned all the pages to her wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was telling Mom about it when she had me pick up the book 4, and I was like, it's funny you had me pick up this book because I literally just saw TikTok about it.
I must admit, I'm tempted to get the book myself just for the sake. I love puzzles like that.
Do it. It's supposed to be really good.
Hello, I am back now. The internet
Uh-huh.
died again.
Yes,
No.
Stream still seems to be trying to figure out what's going on.
It is saying it's connected again, but the frames are not super happy at the start.
Let me refresh
Like,
the page and see
yeah.
if it
If
helps.
if If you are seeing this and having issues, refresh the page.
Yeah,
Tracy has come back into life.
It's all Rogue's fault.
Yep, I'm just infecting John's computer
Well,
with.
I have noticed how
Bitcoin
Rogue's number's
mining.
gone up by 5.
1 minute.
We were
Now
all asking what years was this slogan?
1 moment. Let me just see if I can get music playing again. Now the internet's decided to come back again.
Oh yes,
I don't
we
know why,
did
but now
make
I've
an
got
agreement,
climbing
John
through
Mayowagon, that we've decided we all won and deserve a trophy from you.
No.
We're going with whose line is it anyway rules. It was done by unanimous vote.
And the points don't matter.
Well,
Think-
in lieu of a trophy.
Think Different was a 1997 to 2002 advertising slogan for which US tech company?
Yeah, okay, I'm confident in my answer. Probably still wrong, but confident in my wrongness.
Confidently incorrect.
Sorry, I'm not sure, but I'll stick with it.
I've gone back to my first answer. If both of them are wrong, I'll be happy. If I've managed to switch back and forth from right to wrong answer, I'm going to be pissed.
Okay, Ben, are we ready for some answers?
Yes.
Ben,
Is that the right answer? Can I get a point for that?
Ben, someone who does not say what they mean is said to be beating around the
Bush.
correct.
Okay.
Woo!
Jennifer,
I remember being taught to.
which London cathedral is the second largest church building in the UK behind Liverpool Cathedral?
St. Paul's?
Correct.
Oh my god.
They'll think my favourite thing about St. Paul's is that it can be seen from any point in London.
I fucking guessed.
Yeah, that's because Charlie, old man, decided that buildings surrounding it and whatever weren't supposed to. They were supposed to be equal to its line of sight, not above. It
I
was
don't
one of
know.
the-
They're allowed to be above, they're just not allowed to block the line of sight.
Yeah, block the line of sight. Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Ruth.
Isn't that how a building melted a car?
Yes.
Oasis.
Correct.
Oh.
Which one, sorry?
Oasis. Definitely Maybe, released in 1994, was the debut album of Oasis. Rogue.
Yep.
Which US actor delivered the line, "Made it, ma, top of the world"?
One which snogged Marilyn Manson. No, Marilyn Monroe.
There's
I
not a
wrote
lot of
down Manson, I meant Monroe.
there's not a lot of crossover in people that snogged both of those.
Yeah, I have no bloody clue.
Ben,
I had no idea, so I put Frank Sinatra.
Jennifer,
I was
I
going
have-
to put down Charlie Chaplin, but he's British.
Ruth.
Sorry.
I just put Mickey Rooney.
It's James Cagney.
Oh, Cagney!
No idea.
I know who that is. I definitely know who that is.
Ben.
It's a person. Yes.
Notes on Nursing was an 1859 book by which English founder of modern nursing?
I can't remember what the first name is. There's Nightingale?
Correct, Florence Nightingale.
And here's
Yeah.
a tidbit for you. We actually believe she suffered from fibromyalgia most of her life. She would need frequent rest periods. She was often in considerable and significant pain, body-wide, but continued anyways because she felt the men and women needed her. There you go.
Jennifer,
Yep.
what was the name of the brothers Grant and Phil?
Wait, don't say it. I just remembered it, so it's not cheating. There we go.
Quick, say it! Say it!
What was
before
the
he-
surname
Oh,
of brothers Grant and Phil in the TV soap opera EastEnders?
Grim.
Ruth.
They are pretty grim, but their last name is Mitchell.
Correct.
Yes.
They were the Mitchell brothers.
Oh,
Yep.
that was a weird flash of
I must admit,
inspiration.
I
there.
was debating between that and Butcher.
I had Murphy, fully aware that they aren't Irish. which is like Murphy being the first name I associate with British TV
God.
and Irish people. Oh.
Ruth, gigs, shades, and specs are all nicknames for which type of eyewear?
Glasses / sunglasses, just glasses in general.
Glasses. Yes. Oh, we seem to have lost
Thank God for
both.
that, because
Both of our
Yeah.
face cams have gone to the smudge dimension now.
But you said smut.
Are we okay with sunglasses as an answer?
I'll accept sunglasses.
So I have to admit, I don't think I've ever heard anyone call glasses geeks before.
Yeah, neither have I.
Gigs. Gigs.
Yeah, no, though,
No, I
that's
haven't
where
heard that
you
one
listen
either.
to music.
Rogue.
Or like a side hustle.
Rogue. Which US actor played Raymond Stantz, or Dr. Raymond Stantz, in Ghostbusters and Elwood Blues in the Blues Brothers?
Why do you ask me these ones? Because all I've got, what I've literally written here is that one, which is from the Blues Brothers, right?
Ben.
Dan Aykroyd.
Correct.
Belushi.
Ah. Right.
Ben. Abe Simpson is the father of which well-known Simpsons character?
Homer J. Simpson.
Correct. In his case, the J does stand for J. And Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Think Different was a 1997 to 2002 advertising slogan for which US tech company?
Apple?
Correct.
Thank God.
Okay. I put IBM.
I went with Intel for a split second, just thinking.
I went
can't
for
be
Apple, just the only one I could think of.
And finally,
Think of a tech company. It's
actually,
probably American.
Jennifer, how did you do that round?
I got 7 points, which puts me at 21.
Ruth, how did you do that round?
I got 8, which puts me at 15 out of 30.
Ben, how did you do that round?
I got 8, which puts me up to 19.
And Rogue, how did you do that round?
I got 5. I'm letting my quiz lot down now. God.
Oh,
Oh,
we have a race for the last place.
there's a tie. We have a... Jennifer is in the lead again with 21. Ben has 19. And then we have Glitched, or Ruth and Rogue are bringing up the rear with 15.
You can go be glitched.
Glitched, Ruth,
I'm
Jennifer's mum.
Yeah.
And
I'm so
finally,
annoyed. I could.
finally for tonight, we have what a year 2021 was. Here are some questions about it.
Boris Johnson had a party which wasn't a party.
Question 1. What was the name of the container ship that gained notoriety for blocking the Suez Canal?
So is.
Oh.
I think I know the
Can you
shipping
still get
company.
that out halfway through the
Okay,
question?
what's the name of the container ship that's notorious for having blocked the Suez Canal?
Oh God, I don't know. I just
I can't even remember it, and we have those trailers coming to work every now and again.
I know the brand of shipping company that it was. I don't know what
That's
the
not
ship
the
was.
question I asked, though, is it?
I know that the
Oh.
internet at large gave the little orange digger that helped move it a name.
Ah.
Oh.
No, it was something the little digger that could.
Diggy
Uh,
McDigface.
Diggy McDiggy.
oh, what was it? I remember its color.
Question 2.
Oh no. Right.
What was the fastest selling album of 2021?
Fastest selling album?
Yep. Fastest selling album of 2021.
Well,
Well, it fucked this round already. Or this round fucked me, one of the two.
Yeah, he's asking us to bend over and not giving us lube, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I've kind of mentally blocked out 2021, so
Can we just put the artist, or do we have to actually name the album? Because
I'll give you a point for the artist.
You can say that with the music.
oh.
I will, however, look down the camera and say, Drew, if you're watching, Mum got this one as well, and yeah, I know, right?
Let's see.
I just can't remember the name of the album.
See,
Oh,
why
I
did you
just
say that,
can't
John?
remember
'Cause
the
now
name of the company.
now I'm doubting my answer.
Oh, I definitely got my answer wrong, but I'm hoping it gets a laugh.
Question 3. In October, the World Health Organization endorsed the first vaccine for which disease?
Endorse the first which one?
Endorsed the first vaccine for which disease? October of last year.
October of 2021.
Yep.
Common cold.
World Health Organization.
Endorsed the first vaccine for which disease?
Okay, well, obviously I'm wrong. Oh, God.
Shit. I read up on so many medical journals.
Right, I can't think of the right answer, so I'm going to put down a funny answer for the first question.
I know.
Is it butt rot?
No. Remember I was just telling you about that new one for blindness?
Yeah.
And that's not vaccine. And then there's...
Because it was...
No, that's not it either.
you know what?
Vaccine. Am I overthinking this?
You could be. I'm gonna put down what you told me about and see if that was right.
That's a vaccine.
If it's something they put in a needle and they put it in your body, it counts.
Heroin doesn't count.
What was that?
Heroin
I mean-
doesn't count.
I mean, it could count as the vaccine for other opiates.
It could count as the vaccine to your life or to death.
Well, it would certainly solve the life problem.
Apparently,
Yeah.
so I only found this out a couple of weeks back, but apparently heroin is actually a brand name. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was originally perfectly legal as a brand name for an opiate that was sold in the US.
Yeah, that sounds about on brand for the US.
Question 4. What does NFT stand for?
Oh,
Say that again?
What does NFT stand for?
Oh shit, are we thinking the same MFT? Because if we're thinking fanfiction NFT, that's gross and I don't know why you're asking.
Are we talking N November?
November Foxtrot Tango.
Okay.
Is that a new drink?
it's the worst thing you can imagine. I hate it. It burns my soul. Oh.
Oh god, I have no idea, and now I'm getting worse ideas.
If we're thinking of two different NFT Johns, I demand a half a point.
I can almost guarantee you that it's not the fanfiction sex thing you think it is. I'm going to guarantee you that is the wrong answer.
It is a better answer. I wish it was the true answer.
And you won't get a point for it.
I didn't say a point, I said half a point.
No.
You don't need any more points.
Yeah, you're ahead enough.
I'm
In
ahead
fact,
by
John,
2 points.
-5. -5 from Angel for asking such a ridiculous question.
Question 5.
Count for 5.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
You're just mad because my titties are bigger than yours.
I don't know about that. I mean, we'd have to measure.
Well, see, mine has the anime physics, yours doesn't, so I think I win.
Mine
I
is
mean-
stretchy, so technically they do have some form of anime figure.
Question 5. Who was
Oh dear.
Time Magazine Person of the Year?
Oh god.
In which country?
They only do one.
Nope. They change it. It's very often different between the US and the rest of the world. And, like, other countries too.
Not that I was aware of. Time Magazine is Time Magazine, period.
Yeah.
It's personal care.
It's when they go to China where they made their own knockoff called Time Magazine. It's all
No,
about charming.
So, like, back in 2017, in most of the rest of the world, Time Magazine ran with stories and covers that were absolutely lambasting Trump. But in the US, they did not. Because they didn't want to, like, get basically, like,
Yep,
a lot of
but
hate
that's
for it.
Trump,
And then
that's
they
a
did
whole
some...
different
and
kettle of fish.
They also did another thing, a similar thing with Joe Biden, where in the US version, they had like this weird art that made Joe Biden look like the second coming of Jesus. Time Magazine's weird.
Question
Yeah, I
6.
think that's probably the most sense you've said so far.
Question 6. A natural event meant that I'm a Celebrity had to cease filming over a number of episodes this year. What was the event?
A light drizzle.
I mean, it's I'm a Celebrity. I wouldn't be surprised.
I love how it's
Mr.
I'm
Boyle
a celebrity.
Betting.
They're all a bunch of B-listers that no one's ever heard of anyway.
I know. I was having this conversation the other day when it came down to now for the celebrity dating. It's like, who the hell are they? I'm getting to a point where I think I'm going to be on the next show.
You might well be. You're,
like, are you
you're
on-
making it big enough on TikTok.
I heard already.
I'd love that. That'd be utterly hilarious. Like, I have no idea why I'm here. Hello?
Apparently I'm a celebrity? How the fuck did that happen?
Cameraman, talk to me, please.
Question
I mean,
7.
it worked for Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Question 7.
Oh, baby, 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 no.
In which 2021 television program would you find the characters Viking, Harlequin, Badger, and Sausage? In which 2021 program would you find the characters Viking, Harlequin, Badger, and Sausage?
Can I confirm something? Harlequin, is that...
Is that Harley
spelled
Quinn
like
or
the
That is-
Harlequin or
that's-
Harlequin?
Harlequin, not Harley Quinn. Harlequin,
Okay.
one word.
So Viking, Harlequin,
Badger,
Badger.
and Sausage.
sausage.
Yes.
Hmm. Well, it's not Horrible Histories. I didn't hear them coming back with that one.
I'm-
This is a 2021 show?
Yeah? It was on the telly in 2021.
Oh, that might be why I haven't seen it.
Television.
yeah.
I mean, I am. My answer is legitimately, I didn't watch regular TV since 2020.
Yeah. Oh. Is it a show which was made in 2021, or is it
Yeah.
just happens to be
No,
in
it was
2021?
made in 2021.
Oh god. It's the sausage one which is throwing me off.
See, there's a little bit of me that kind of wants it to be Bodger and Badger, but like a modern remake that just happened really quietly.
That had added to characters Bodger and Badger, Harlequin, Viking, and Sausage.
I mean, it was a
Can I ask
reboot.
for
They
one
couldn't get Bodger.
clarification? Is this a children's program or just
Nope.
program?
Just a program.
Jesus.
Question.
Is it animated or live action?
Is
Live
Peaky
action.
Blinders still running?
Live action. Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna put that down. It's as good an answer as I'm gonna get.
Yeah, Oh.
Question 8. Which surprising genre of music stormed the charts after the Wellerman song went viral on TikTok?
Say it again?
Which surprising genre of music stormed the charts after the Wellerman song went viral on TikTok?
I found a TikTok that I'd missed at the time the other day, which is Kermit the Frog singing the Wellerman. And it is shockingly good.
Which one's the weatherman again?
Wellerman.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar
Sugar,
and tea and
Yeah,
rum.
no.
That's what it was.
Goes along with, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, 'cause they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. Teach you, but I have to charge.
Question 9. What sport did 13-year-old Sky Brown win an Olympic bronze medal in?
Ooh, I
Oh,
remember this
God.
one.
What sport did 13-year-old Sky Brown win an Olympic bronze medal in?
The only reason I even know this one is because they were showing the Olympics on TV when I was staying at Butlin's with my family.
I must say, the only reason I put down this answer is just for the sake it's the only notable thing I can remember from the Olympics and potentially be a part of the story.
And finally, question 10. A legal dispute hit the headlines in April when Colin launched legal proceedings against Cuthbert. Who are Colin and Cuthbert? A legal dispute hit the headlines in April when Colin launched a legal proceeding against Cuthbert. But who are Colin and Cuthbert?
Oh. Do we need to say where they're from?
No. Just what they are.
Okay. That's fine then. That's perfectly fine.
I have no idea. Just flat out, I have no idea. I have got a silly answer, and that's all I have got.
They're
Oh,
from
trust
Marvel
me.
and DC.
It's a silly answer to begin with. But we'll get back to that one. But first, I'm going to say...
I'm going to change my answer for number 1.
Ben,
Yeah?
what was the name of the container ship that gained notoriety for blocking the Suez Canal?
I'm going to place it down as Freedom. I
Jennifer.
couldn't think. My original answer was Parcel Force.
Jennifer.
The Inconvenience?
Ruth.
Ships ahoy.
One of these days, it'll be right. Rogue.
Evergreen?
It was the Ever Given.
Ah!
Close. But no cigar.
Can I have half a point since it is also a green chip?
Sure, half a
gonna be-
point.
Yes.
I vote that he can have half a point. He's the closest of any of us, so.
Jennifer,
Yes.
what was the fastest selling album of 2021?
Old Town Road?
Ruth.
It was the new album from Adele.
Correct.
Damn.
Ah.
Rogue.
I thought it was going to be Thomas Esquire with no more fucks to give.
I thought it was going to be the Taylor Swift re-recording of Red.
It was 30 by Adele.
Let's see, I forget the name of it, but so what do I get? Do I get a point or a
I'll give you a point for that, because I said I'd give you a point for that.
Thank you.
Uh,
Honestly, I don't. But everyone's gone nuts over the new videos.
Ruth, in October, the World Health Organization endorsed the first vaccine for which disease?
COVID, because they weren't endorsed by WHO before that.
Rogue.
They were in individual countries.
HIV?
Ben.
Oh, I put down coronavirus.
Jennifer?
Batten's disease?
It was malaria.
Oh.
Oh shit, yeah.
Rogue. What does
Oh,
NFT stand for?
Oh. Non-fungible token.
Correct.
Don't make me describe what it is.
We'll come
What
back
is-
to
what
it
is
later.
I put down net foreign tax because I was thinking tax forms. And NFT does stand for net foreign tax if you have to pay tax to a foreign nation. So I should get that one, mister.
Hey,
Yeah, but that's not new in 2021.
Rogue, can you
What's an NFT?
quickly just run us through what an NFT is?
Bullshit. That's
Thank
what
you.
it is.
I
A more academic answer would be a system based on blockchain that claims that is meant to somehow be a claim of ownership of a JPEG or image. It's ridiculous nonsense because shock and horror, if you see an image on the internet, you can right click it and save it. Or kiddies, if the website doesn't let you do that, more often than not you can print screen it.
Yes.
It's nonsense. It's absolute ridiculous scam artist nonsense.
Ben,
It's a Ponzi scheme.
who was Time Person of the Year?
I had no idea, so I put Benedict Cumberbatch.
Jennifer.
I didn't even have an answer. I don't know.
Ruth.
I put Joe Biden.
Rogue.
Elon Musk.
It was Elon Musk.
Oh yeah. Funnily enough, now that you say it, I remember hearing about it.
Jennifer.
Yes.
A natural event meant I'm a Celebrity had to cease filming over a number of episodes this year. What was that event?
A tsunami?
Ruth.
Heat wave.
Once again, I feel I should remind you that they were filming in Wales.
I didn't know that. I thought they were filming in a tropical.
I didn't know they were filming in Wales.
Yeah,
So-
normally they film in like a tropical island or something.
They normally film in Australia, but there's been a global pandemic for the last 2 years.
Well, I can understand Australia not wanting us over there.
Oh, so it was the earthquake.
Rogue.
I mean, I can't, part of me wants to take that answer because I didn't hear natural event. I just heard event. So the answer I've got is definitely wrong. So I'm gonna. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go with earthquake. I'm gonna go with one of those storms that we were hit by.
It was one of those storms we were hit by. It was
Oh.
Storm Arwen.
Oh.
Uh,
On the purge.
they had to stop filming because of Storm Arwen, and they had to actually evacuate the camp.
Oh.
Ruth, which 2021 program would you find the characters Viking, Harlequin, Badger, and Sausage?
Squid Games.
Rogue.
I don't know. Peaky Blinders.
Ben.
I had no idea. I put down that Tiger show.
Jennifer.
Owl House?
It was The Masked Singer.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I
There's a sausage on there?
Apparently,
will say, however, Our House is fucking great. If you've not watched it, go watch it.
Rogue. Which surprising genre of music stormed the charts after the Wellerman song went viral on TikTok?
Sea shanties?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. I was worried that was going to be a trick.
Ben,
I have a point.
what sport did 13-year-old Sky Brown win an Olympic bronze medal for?
As I said, it's the only one of notable story I remember from it was the shooting because they said that she was holding the gun wrong.
Jennifer.
And then she won. Damn.
Sadly, no.
Skateboarding.
It was skateboarding, yes.
Oh. Oh. The skateboarding in the Olympics?
It is now. It was one of 4 or 5 brand new events this
They got
year.
added to it, yeah.
Ah. Fair enough.
And
I
Jennifer.
can't skateboard. I can't do many of the other things in the Olympics. That makes sense.
Yes, skateboarding is one of a many long list of things in the Olympics that I can't do. Jennifer, a legal dispute hit the headlines in April when Colin launched legal proceedings against Cuthbert. Who are Colin and Cuthbert?
Radio personalities?
Ruth.
Butlers.
Sorry, what?
Butlers.
Butlers. Rogue.
Yuling banjoists.
Ben.
They are chocolate caterpillar cakes.
They are chocolate caterpillar cakes.
Oh my god, they are!
Tesco's and Morrison's or something?
I
Or...
think it's Asda and Aldi. I know that the Cuthberts are Aldi.
It was Aldi
And it was
was
legal
taken to
proceedings.
court by Marks and Spencers, who said their Colin the Caterpillar
there you
cake was sorry,
It
Aldi's
was a copyright
Cuthbert the
infringement.
Caterpillar cake was a copyright infringement on Colin.
There was a whole thing going on about it with the whole free Cuthbert, and every one of the shops came forward with their version of the caterpillar cake to demonstrate that, yeah, it's not the only one, and it is not an original design.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is what happened.
one of the stores even went so far as to prove that they were first and didn't care that Cuthbert was using the design.
Aldi also went so far as to parachute a Cuthbert cake from very high up. They also did a charity, or they basically said to Marks and Spencers, how about we do a charity release of our Cuthbert? And if you
I need
watched,
to run to the toilet. I'll be right back.
if you watched
carry
the Aldi Christmas advert this year, you can see Cuthbert being led away in handcuffs.
No! I've got to look that up
That's
now.
too nice.
What is this country? What even is this country?
Jennifer, how's your points looking now?
I got 2, so I'm at 23. I didn't do very good this round.
Ruth.
I got 3, so I'm at 18.
Rogue.
I have 4.5.
Oh. So, while we wait to find out if Ben... Oh, it's Sir Drubals.
Has any point?
Sir Drubals is here. Hello, Drew. Welcome in. This is how the points look at the moment. All the rounds have happened, I'm afraid. You've just got here at the end.
Aha.
Your round was too fucking long because there were too many choices and too many arguments and too many questions.
Your round is the only reason I have as many points as I do.
Ben,
I need to go to bed.
Hello.
how was your points?
I don't want to talk about it. I got 2. Taking
Ah,
up to
damn it.
21.
So, in
Oh my
first
God.
place, it's Angel.
Eh.
Yay!
And so, going by our current ruling system, Ruth, what's the next round going to be on?
I'm the loser.
I'm afraid so, with the lowest point.
By a point and a half.
Oh God, I'm good.
I mean, it's quite a tight spread. It's what, a 5-point spread? That's pretty good.
Can I surprise everybody and text it to you when I'm away? 'Cause I'm
Yes.
honestly anything right now.
She is
Wait, but-
passing out as we speak.
So
That
long,
is-
surely, hold on. So long as we actually get an idea, considering that usually every time we know what it is before the end. We have to know
I will
before
let
the
everybody
next
know what the round is, but we'll let
I'll let
Ruth
John
sleep.
feel like-
time.
We're meant to know? Nobody told me this was there was gonna be a Spider-Man round.
Well,
Okay.
usually you have to join in every time.
So, that's it for the
Right,
pub quiz
one
this
hand
time. Thank you to Drew for writing the questions.
Objects I've had to remove from my dog's mouth.
No, foreign objects doctors have had to remove from the human body.
That is a much longer list.
Foreign
I mean-
objects I have to remove from my dog's mouth, or my dog has passed.
Like intact or broken.
Both.
I misheard the category quite significantly. Because I thought you said, what jerks have I had to remove from my dog's mouth? Which raises quite a lot of questions.
Every ex-boyfriend I've ever had.
If only, oh my god.
Second boy.
Jennifer,
When my brain is functioning, I will come up with an actual category, and I'll blame John if any of the quiz meisters don't get a heads up in time to swat up.
Jennifer, real quick.
User time.
Real quick, how many did you get on the Spider-Man kissing question?
8.
8. 8 was, I believe, the highest score on that.
And that's what kicked ass.
That's the only reason I did as well as I did.
I was like, Christ, if you hadn't got that, you'd have been been last.
She got 12 out of 10.
I had 10 names written down, and only 2 of them were wrong.
He says, Jesus, well done.
I still debate that Venom is
On that
kissing him
question-
every time he puts on the suit.
Down.
Yeah, I
I
know,
stand
right?
by that. I stand by that.
Need some air, girl.
So,
And Venom is definitely in love with Spider-Man and wants to get back together constantly.
thank you guys for
And
watching.
there should be a thing between Deadpool and Spider-Man.
There is a thing, actually. It's just not a sexual thing yet. Not for Deadpool's lack of trying.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. It's really appreciated. You also get emotes now for following us, which is nice.
Woo!
Ah.
Dead-
Today, who was chasing his tail?
Deadpool does have Spidey underwear, apparently. We're going to go over to the credits screen, and we're going to look at the streams that are coming up. Tomorrow night, Rogue, Ben, and myself are going to be back with some D&D. As we continue through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, we have... the group has returned to the surface for a week's downtime. But now we'll find out what they do with it, and possibly head back into the dungeon. On Monday, I'll be back in Middle-earth with Middle-earth Shadow of War, as I continue to make my way through, currently, the invasion of Minas Ithil, otherwise known as Minas Tutorial Section.
No, get it right.
On Tuesday, we'll be back with the Satisfactory, as I'm probably going to work on setting up a simple quartz crystal factory while we get the last touches on the ironworks and hopefully get the pieces for sending off in our space elevator. On Wednesday, the Golden Tooth adventures continue with the group getting inside the Undying Temple and hoping to make one last final stand against Graz'zt. On Thursday, Jennifer might remember to stream.
Thursday doesn't count, and last week you guys didn't even show up, so shush.
Yeah, it totally counted.
On Friday... Apparently... No. We didn't show up because nothing told us you were live.
Yeah, nothing on Discord pinged. I don't know what happened.
On Friday, Jeff is taking the DM's chair for another game of Princes of the Apocalypse. We are going after the Earth Cult now because they nearly destroyed Red Larch and we're not happy about it. So that's coming up next on Final Boss Fight.
John,
Yep.
can you ask Jeff if I can be the princess?
You might not survive, but I'm sure it's a possibility.
I will also point out, if you are here and haven't followed us, we are 9 followers away from 300, and that'd be really cool.
Cool.
So that's a thing. That's a thing. I've also been instructed that we are going to raid into Birchography, who is doing some Escape from Tarkov. So, go watch them, give them some love. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. For now, Drubal says he was about to suggest Birch. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.